What is up, guys? We're running here today with another fantastic deck video. Today we're going to talk about, of course, Milotic V, and this is the card that, well, I know it kind of goes off the back of Tangrowth deck because they are really similar to each other and they share really a lot of similarities. So I said, you know what, let's do them back to back, those two videos. So Milotic V is the card that, well, by all the water type fans was really anticipated. Like I, thought that this is the moment where water type can actually become good. They can actually become something more than just a tier 2, tier 3. And well, was that attempt right? I'm going to tell you at the end of the video. But first things first, what Milotic V does. Well, it's an Aqua Impact attack. That is what we want to focus on at first. And this attack does 50 damage more for each energy cost in your opponent's active Pokemon retreat cost. So, kind of similar to Tangrowth, right? But Tangrowth did 30, he deals 50. And on top of, cards like Galarian Mine, Absols, this can deal a lot of damage. And I mean like a ton of damage for 3 energies. And there's my problem here first off. If that would be only 2 colorless, that would be perfect, on point. Getting the 3, sometimes it's not that easy, and that's why we will actually play Frostmoth to get that energy there with a few other cards. Of course, we also have Hypno Slash. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep, so you got a guaranteed sleep, but they might actually wake up, and that is a bit of a problem. So here you only want to use Aqua Impact. What else do we have in this deck? Well, I've mentioned Frostmoth, and actually I do play Frostmoth over here for the Ice Dance, because you need a way to actually start putting the energy on your mons. And also I do play Quagsire, and I know that was a choice that many of you actually, when I started playing him on stream, you said in the gameplay portion, you were like, oh, why would you even? And I'm like, well, listen, I know it's weird, but the fact that sometimes, Milotic is your active, right? And you still have that energy in your hand. You can actually put that energy on your own Frostmoth, on your Quagsire. Not only have additional attacker, but also if maybe at some point you will have a second Milotic, third Milotic on your bench, and you just switch them, you can actually move that energy back where you want it to be, right? So moving the energy over here, and this ability is great, and you want to do that many times. You might play Malo and Lana, you might play Switch, and you're like, oh man, I have this damage Milotic, but the active one in there is great, it's fresh, but it has no energy. Well, Quagsire is right here to help you and move that energy over there. So that is why we do play Quagsire, and it comes in handy. I mean, I know it doesn't seem like it, but it does really come in handy over here in this deck. You'll see that in the gameplay portion. So let's go card by card, as you love that, right? I mean, I love that as well. So let's go. We got 16 Pokemons, 32 trainer cards, and 12 energy. So first things first, we start off with 3 Absols, and I honestly feel like 3 is enough. Here we don't have enough space for more than, well, 2 at a time on the bench, because you have to have Milotic, you have to have Frostmoth, you have to have Quagsire, and there's no Skyfield in the standard format. And expanded, oh, definitely, mate. You go 4, you go Skyfield, and you go all the way. But here in this format, not necessarily. 2 Dedenes, of course, for this, early game. Excuse me, 3 Milotics. We got 2 line of Snom and Frostmoth, and 2 line of Whopper and Quagsire. That is a whole line of Pokemon. I know it seems simple, but it's really effective. Then we got brand new card and 4 copies of Capacious Bucket, and it helps you to get actually the energy for the Frostmoth, so he can put it on water type Pokemons. Then we got 2 beautiful energy recyclers. Again, even though this is a Guardians Rising card, this was printed Forbidden Light, so it's still legal in standard format. So you shuffle back 5 energy cards from this card pile, and this is really good. Then we got 4 Quick Balls, 2 Scoop Up Nets that can go on Absol to make some space, but also on, well, you might play 2 Snows because you thought, well, one's gonna get knocked out. What I'm gonna do? Well, now we can just scoop a net on it. Then we got 3 switches, but 4 Galarian Mines, and this is a really important card. Adding those 2 to retreat cost, it's enormous. Then we got 2 Boss Orders with 3, right? 3 Cynthias over there. And why I still pick Cynthia, I just I mean, I like discarding stuff, but I also, you know, especially if with this deck, there are going to be modes where you want to keep what you have still in your deck to search for it later. Then we got 3 Cynthia and Caitlyn's to bring back, of course, bosses, all this. Yeah, you can do that with Elder Gods, but I don't want to, you know, waste another space on the bench, because the space is really, really limited here. And, of course, you have to bring back Cynthia's to bring back other supporter cards. We got Malo and Lana, 1 copy, 2 copies of Money, 1 copy of Mist and Lorelei to actually bring those 3 energies over here, and 1 Rosa. On top of that, I do play Capture Energy, and this is something that is really, really growing on me and grew on me in the past let's say 3 to 2 days. I thought it's going to be a really bad energy, but because actually Milotic needs colorless, because, you know, almost literally everything here needs colorless. Capture Energy is really good for early game, for the turn 1, because we're evolving. You know, when you play that Capture Energy on Milotic, you can actually get the Snom, put that on the bench, or get, you know, the Whoopet, put that on the bench, get Absol and put that on the bench. Don't go Dedenne, because again, you're not playing it from your hand, and so the effect is not going to work. But the fact you can actually build at least one more mon onto your bench, you can build up that bench this way, is really, really cool. So 2 copies of that, and it's a really, really good card, plus 10 water type energy. So this is the whole thing, you know, in terms of Milotic V. So let's move on to the gameplay portion. Let's have some fun, right? Really 50-50, dude. Well, I opened the codes. What codes? Like, if you would redeem the code, I can send you packs. Oh yeah, sure, I can open them. Just let me know what amount. Yeah, I can open them, sure. Okay, a quick ball. Milotic. Nah, I'm gonna open them. No, like, no. I'm gonna open them, because, I mean, like, your packs, you know, they're always lucky for me, so, yeah, that's gonna be a lot better. Okay, the Dene. I mean, going crazy, let's go. Possession has no chance. Let's get that. Bam, another Absol. And I don't have 3 left myself for trading, so the 3 I'm not gonna open, because I have them right now on my account, and they're only for trading. 3, or I will say. Well, that's quite badly against an aggressive Milotic V deck. I mean, you know, maybe I'm playing Milotic too conservatively. I don't know, we'll see. Probably next week I'm going to try to do, like, aggressive Milotic and see how that goes. Yep, they're still doing the... Ooh, whoa. Alright, so if I'm going to see non-reverse hollow energy, then we can laugh at the guy. Ha! Dude... Dude, come on. Come on. Okay. I mean, sorry, but I'm not playing as someone, you know, who's like, no. It's like either gold or nothing, you know, and sorry, mate, but you kind of lost me here. I lost interest. No, I'm kidding. Okay, Absol. That is a really good start. Not gonna lie, that's a pretty good start. So I'm gonna go Snom. Like, I don't really want to waste a switch now. But at the same time, you know, there's no Galarian Mine, nothing like that. So, yes. Some buckets, but, you know, same thing Caitlyn, so... So the whole thing, you know, is that I have to get myself to Frost Mode and actually fuel this Milotic. And once I'm gonna get that, I'm fine. And with Quagsire, you know, it's the same thing. I can just, you know, start putting stuff on bench and then move the energy. Or if I don't want to be a single prize attacker, I can just attack with Quagsire. I know it's a bit more... Yeah, it is kind of risky, isn't it? But hey, who dares wins, as would say... I would Soldier say, but also Solid Snake. Metal Gear Solid 2, I believe. Yeah. You see, I thought, you know, we might actually hit a Frost mode, but alright, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Let's bring back Marnie. Well, that's the Dene. Not something I expected. But hey. Turn 2, drew 6 Pokemon. What? Dude. Hey, we got a Frostmoth, we got a Switch. And an Energy, so I can... Ooh, hello. This is really good, so... Oh, actually, no. Oh, man, I'm gonna miss... Okay, so I'm gonna miss one Energy, though. Because there's no Quagsire. Good day, mate. How's it going, Rema? Hello. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So I'm just gonna ram it. Yeah, I can tell you this. I literally started playing this deck like game ago, and I'm like, oh, let's make Rema proud. And literally the first draw, like the first, you know, hand to the Denes, and I'm like, yep, making him proud already. So good morning. How are you doing today? Glad you're doing fine. So, Rand, how's the sequencing going on? How's learning that? Alright, scoop up net, sure. And the Rache. That's true. This deck is wild. We're playing the Decidueye GX or the baby one? Because I don't think, yeah, I think I never asked. Lurk. Excuse me, aye, Captain. Still I wish. Something Giratina, alright. Okay, Milotic. I know it's not looking great out there, but I think we can do it. Hey Blueberry, how's it going, mate? How are we doing today? Alright. Let's go like that, and Marnie. And now I drew Quagsire. That's actually not bad. Hey, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Alright, we'll check it in a second. I just want to knock out the guy here. Active Impact. Aqua Impact. 210. Okay, not a bad damage, in all honesty. Ooh, and, oh man, 2 boss orders, 2 in case. This is like... Hola, mi amigo. How's it going, dude? Pokemon TCG. Check that out right now. Oh, that's a turn 2. That's a turn 2. Wow. Yeah, if you would ever ask why I'm not playing against you, I think I'm just gonna send you that screenshot, or like that photo actually, because that's not a screenshot, that's a photo, because we're doing it IRL. And like, yeah, like because of that, because you can pull it off turn 2. And then you're gonna come next year to internationals in Europe and be like, well, Raven, we're gonna play because they paired us. I'm like, no, don't do it to my. And you go like, oh yes. And then it's gonna be turn 2, and I'll be like, uh-oh. GG, and going, no, you have to suffer. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take the beating. So I'll take the beating, then I will have a great comeback in game 2, and then we're gonna have fantastic game 3, down to the wire, and we're gonna be, it's gonna be a tie at the end of the day, because you're gonna be so nice and be like, no, you know what, I like you, I don't want you to have a loss. I'm like, thank you, I appreciate that. No, I don't want you to have a loss. I'm like, and you go like, dude, you remember my turn? I'm like, okay, I remember, alright. Yeah. No, but yeah, that's a crazy turn 2. I mean, 2 shamans and 3 decidual. No. An item lock, yeah. I mean, if there's a deck that can make a grown man cry, or like, lay down in tears, that's definitely one of them. Or at least close. Right, boss's orders on Malamar. Because, like, let's be honest, when you're facing Malamar, you just go after their win con, and their win con is Malamar. Because that's the whole engine, right? And I know once I'm going to take a 1 more NK with boss's orders, I'm fine, I can just start then going for Giratina. Why Quagsire? That's a great question. Quagsire over here because when in a situation like that, right? First things first is a single price attacker, but on the other hand, I can actually put energy from my hand onto Frostmoth or onto him, and I can just move it to the active if I need it. Right, so let's say, I would go and I have to like switch. Because, you or play Malo and Lana to heal. I can still move the energy to the new active, so I can still attack, so I'm not, giving away a turn. I know it's kind of an overkill, I know, but yeah, I rather do it that way than But at the same time, he's a single price attacker, he can really deal a lot of damage. Right, so another Malamar. Yeah, GG, there we go. Splash water, retreat cost. This is, honestly, it's a really fun deck. It's a really fun deck to play, and maybe it's not a tier 1. It's a little bit far from being a tier 1, but still, for the best of 1 scenario, for the PTGO, it's one of those like decks that you go like, huh, it's really cool, and it's really fun to play it, and I like it. I honestly like it genuinely, and yeah. If you want that deck list, it's gonna be tomorrow on Discord, of course, and if you like what I'm doing over here, there's of course subscribe button that you want to subscribe, and down there below 5% discount any code you purchase on Professor Oak. That does support the channel and support giveaways, everything that we have here. And of course, if you're playing IRL, there's a TCG player over there, so you can actually use that. So thank you guys so much for watching Milotic. Goodbye, mwah, good night, have some fun with water type. Bye, take care.